Imagine you are driving a high-performance car. You pull up to a gas station, pump fuel, and the gas spills all over the car, covering the windows and the tires. But the engine? The engine is sputtering and dying because the fuel tank is locked shut. It can't get a single drop of that fuel. This is exactly what is happening in your body when you have diabetes. Your blood is overflowing with energy, sugar, but your cells are starving to death. It is a metabolic crisis that affects over 500 million people worldwide. But here is the good news. Unlike a broken car, your body is adaptable. Whether you have just been diagnosed or you are trying to prevent it, you have the power to fix the engine. Today, we are going to unlock the mystery of insulin, break down the different types of diabetes, and give you a complete, actionable roadmap to take control of your blood sugar and your life. Hello, health warriors. Welcome back to JQ Health Guide. I am so grateful you are tuning in today. If you are new here, our mission is simple. We take complex medical science and turn it into practical, everyday wisdom that empowers you to live a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. We want you to be the CEO of your own health. Today, we are tackling one of the biggest giants in global health, diabetes. We have analyzed the latest reports and guidelines from the CDC, the World Health Organization, the NIH, and the Mayo Clinic to bring you the facts without the fear. There is so much confusion out there. Is fruit bad? Is it my fault? Can it be reversed? We are going to answer all of that. By the end of this video, you will understand your body better than ever before. To understand diabetes, we first have to understand how your body eats. When you eat carbohydrates, like bread, fruit, pasta, or even vegetables, your body breaks them down into glucose. Glucose is just a scientific word for sugar. This glucose enters your bloodstream and travels around the body. It is your body's main source of fuel. But here is the catch. Glucose can't just walk into your cells. It needs a key to open the door. That key is a hormone called insulin. Insulin is made by an organ tucked behind your stomach called the pancreas. In a healthy body, the process works perfectly. You eat a meal, your blood sugar rises, your pancreas detects this and releases insulin. The insulin travels to your cells, unlocks the doors, and the sugar enters the cells to be used for energy. As the sugar enters the cells, the levels in your blood drop back to normal. However, in diabetes, this system breaks down. Either you don't have the key, or the lock is jammed. Medical experts divide diabetes into a few types, but we will focus on the main ones you need to know. First is type 1 diabetes. This is an autoimmune reaction. For reasons we still don't fully understand, the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the pancreas and destroys the beta cells that make insulin. In this case, you have no keys. The sugar piles up in the blood because the doors are permanently locked. Type 1 usually develops in childhood or adolescence, but it can happen at any age. It is important to know that type 1 has nothing to do with diet or lifestyle. It is not caused by eating too much sugar. Second is type 2 diabetes. This is the most common form, accounting for about 90 to 95% of all cases. In type 2, your pancreas still makes insulin, sometimes even too much of it. But your cells stop responding to it. The key is in the lock, but it won't turn. This is called insulin resistance. Your pancreas tries to compensate by working overtime to make more and more insulin, but eventually it can't keep up, and blood sugar levels rise. Then there is prediabetes. This is the warning shot. It means your blood sugar levels are higher than normal, but not yet high enough to be classified as type 2 diabetes. This is the golden window. If you catch it here, you can often reverse the process completely through lifestyle changes and prevent type 2 from ever developing. The tricky thing about type 2 diabetes is that it is a master of disguise. Symptoms can develop so slowly over years that you might not notice them until complications arise. First is polyuria, or excessive urination. Your kidneys recognize there is too much sugar in the blood, so they try to flush it out through urine. This makes you pee constantly, often waking up at night. Second is polydipsia, or excessive thirst. Because you are peeing so much, you get dehydrated. You might feel like you can't drink enough water to quench your thirst. Third is polyphagia, or excessive hunger. Remember, even though your blood is full of sugar, your cells are starving. They send urgent signals to your brain to eat more, even if you just finished a meal. Other common warning signs include blurry vision. This happens because high blood sugar pulls fluid from your tissues, including the lenses of your eyes, making it hard to focus. You might also notice slow healing. Cuts, bruises, or infections take forever to heal because high sugar affects blood flow and the immune system. You might also feel tingling or numbness in your hands and feet, which is an early sign of nerve damage. Let's talk about causes. For type 2 diabetes, there is often a stigma that it's just about being overweight or lazy. That is unfair, and it is not the whole story. Genetics play a massive role. If your parents or siblings have type 2 diabetes, your risk is significantly higher. Ethnicity also matters. African Americans, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Asian Americans are at higher genetic risk. Age is another factor. As we get older, our pancreas naturally becomes less efficient. However, lifestyle is the factor we can control. Being physically inactive and carrying extra weight, specifically visceral fat around the belly, are major drivers of insulin resistance. Chronic stress and poor sleep also contribute by keeping cortisol levels high, which naturally spikes blood sugar. So why do we care so much about keeping blood sugar down? Why is high sugar dangerous? Think of sugar in your bloodstream like microscopic shards of glass. If it stays in your blood for too long, it scratches and damages the inside of your blood vessels. This damage leads to serious complications over time. It affects the heart. Diabetics are 2 times more likely to have heart disease or a stroke. It affects the kidneys. The delicate filters in your kidneys get destroyed by the high pressure and sugar, leading to kidney failure. It affects the nerves, a condition called neuropathy, which can lead to loss of sensation in the feet and, in severe cases, amputation. And it affects the eyes, leading to retinopathy and potential blindness. But breathe. Remember, this is preventable and manageable. These complications are not inevitable. Here is the empowering part of the video, the solution. You can manage this condition, and in many cases of type 2 and prediabetes, you can put it into remission. Here is your JQ Health Guide Toolkit. Tool number 1, the diabetes plate method. Nutrition can be confusing, so let's keep it simple. You don't need complex math or scales. Just use a standard 9-inch dinner plate. Fill half of the plate with non-starchy vegetables. Think leafy greens, broccoli, peppers, or green beans. These are low in calories and high in fiber. Fill 1/4 of the plate with lean protein, like chicken, fish, tofu, or eggs. Protein doesn't spike blood sugar. Fill the last quarter with carbohydrates. This is where your brown rice, oats, pasta, or fruit goes. By balancing the plate this way, the fiber and protein slow down the digestion of the carbs, preventing that dangerous sugar spike. Tool number 2, move your muscles. Exercise is medicine for diabetics. Think of your muscles as sugar sponges. When you are resting, your muscles need insulin to get sugar. But when you are moving, walking, swimming, lifting weights, your muscles become more permeable. They can soak up glucose from the bloodstream without needing as much insulin. A simple 10-minute walk after every meal is one of the most effective ways to lower your blood sugar. It is like magic. Tool number 3, monitor your numbers. Knowledge is power. If you have diabetes, checking your blood sugar is not a chore. It is a way to listen to your body. It tells you exactly how your body reacts to a slice of pizza versus a salad. It takes the guesswork out of your health. Tool number 4, medication adherence. If your doctor prescribes medication, whether it is pills like metformin or insulin injections, take them. There is no shame in needing medicine. Some people feel like failures if they can't manage with diet alone. But remember, diabetes is a progressive biological condition. Medication is a tool to help your pancreas, not a sign of personal failure. I also want to touch on the importance of foot care. Because diabetes can reduce sensation in your feet, you might step on something and not feel it. Make a habit of checking your feet every day for cuts, blisters, or red spots. Wear comfortable shoes and keep your skin moisturized. It sounds small, but it saves limbs. And finally, let's talk about mental health. Living with a chronic condition is stressful. Diabetes distress is a real thing. It is the feeling of being overwhelmed by the constant demands of managing sugar, food, and meds. If you feel this way, talk to someone. Your mental health directly impacts your physical health. Stress hormones raise blood sugar, so finding ways to relax, whether it's meditation, reading, or deep breathing, is actually part of your diabetes treatment. Diabetes is a journey, not a sprint. It can feel overwhelming to count carbs and check numbers, but remember, you are not your diagnosis. You are a person with a life, dreams, and a future. Every healthy meal is a victory. Every walk is a win. By making small, sustainable changes today, you aren't just lowering a number on a meter. You are adding vibrant, healthy years to your life. You have the tools, and you have the strength. Trust yourself. We mentioned earlier that diabetes is the leading cause of kidney issues. To understand exactly how to protect your kidneys from damage, you need to watch this video next. Kidney Failure Explained, JQH 219. Click right here and I'll see you there. And don't forget to subscribe to JQ Health Guide